Welcome to our PropertyLimBrothers home tour, and today we are bringing you to one of the 32 units of 4-bedroom dual keys in the Interlace. This is a very interesting layout, 2,271 square feet. Right now there's a totality of 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, a separate yard plus a utility area, 3 balconies, and I think you're in for a treat today if you love to have a part stay, part investment kind of property strategy. So let's go. So buying a dual key unit is like buying 2 properties at one go. So it's very suitable if you want to buy 2 properties, one for your own stay, one for your rental investment strategy. But at the same time, you do not want to be taxed with the additional buyer stamp duty and of course some other restrictions that comes to owning 2 properties at one shot. So this property allows you to own it with $2,400 of cash input per month into your monthly mortgage if you were to use this as a part investment and a part stay strategy by renting out the 1-bedroom apartment on the left hand side and living in the 3-bedroom apartment with a family on the right hand side. And the best thing is that for dual key units, you not only have a part investment and part stay strategy, you also can use it as a multi-generation living kind of unit because you can allow your siblings or maybe your elderly parents to live together within the same household and they have their own privacy when it comes to this 1-bedroom unit. Additionally, in future, there are future flexibility. If you want to have a gigantic layout for your own use, you can actually modify this into a huge 5-bedroom layout with 2,271 square feet. So there are a lot of future flexibility that we have noticed that is embedded right here into this particular unit. Alright, so when we talk about Interlace, you really have to know a little bit about the background of this project first because this is one of the projects in Singapore that is the pinnacle of architectural design. When you drive through Depot Road or you drive along AYE, you will have noticed this Lego-like or maybe a little bit like a Jenga kind of structure. It's so huge because it occupies 860,000 square feet of land size, equivalent to 8 hectares of land. And of course, this was designed by one of the most renowned architect firm, OMA, led by architect Ole Shiren. The project was completed in 2013. So right now it's 7 years old in terms of the age of the building. 99 leasehold starting from year 2009. And now although it has 8 hectares of land size, there are only 1,040 units right here made up of 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, penthouses, garden houses. And the interesting thing is that they are not arranged in a vertical kind of style. They are all horizontal in nature because the main design is to allow views from almost every unit with its own individual unblocked facings to allow airflow and ventilation to come into this huge garden-like project. This particular 4-bedroom dual key grants you 2 of the parking lot provisions, so you can have 2 cars or your tenant has a car. That's totally fantastic. And over here, because of the amount of land size that you have, the developer has separated the facility design into quiet zones for you to enjoy peace and serenity. But there are also active zones which are very suitable for families and kids to play. And of course, now enough of the introduction of the project itself, let's have a look at the locale. So for 4-bedroom dual key in particular, the highest level is actually at level 6. This is fronting towards the east direction. You're overlooking towards the pool. And of course, the beautiful Jenga-like Lego shape is just right behind me. Right on top, you can also see the beautiful structure with hexagon imprints at the base of each slab. In terms of location, Interlace is located in between 2 MRT stations. One at Labrador Park MRT Station, the other one is at Queenstown MRT. You're also right opposite a huge green lung forestation, which is a combination of Telok Blangah Hill Park that's interlinked towards Hot Park, and that stretches all the way from Telok Blangah to One North. You have the entire One North Biopolis and Tech Park, which is right located towards the north side. In terms of tenants pool, that's fantastic because if you're looking for a dual key part stay part investment strategy, you want to be located very near to tenants pool demand. And you have Alexandra Hospital, so healthcare professionals that wants to rent a proper 1-bedroom apartment, that is very suitable for them. In terms of transportation, about 1 bus stop away, that brings you to Alexandra Tech Park and Maplewood Business Park, which is another pool of tenants demand right there. You're also supported by 2 international schools, which is the SP Jain International School and Singapore International School as well. Last but not least, Interlace is very close to the Greater Southern Waterfront Master Plan, which is going to happen in the next 10 years. Alright, so this is your entry foyer. As you guys know, if you have seen our other dual key kinds of layout, you always have a combined foyer that leads you to two separate entrances. Now this layout is a little bit different because the balcony for the 1-bedroom unit and the 3-bedroom unit is combined. What you can do is that if you want to divide them out, just install a divider, and that fits the bill because then you can have two separate balconies and you have the separation of privacy. Now in terms of the foyer zone, you have by default very good storage space for your shoes, and that can really fit a lot of shoes right here. And this elongates to this little mini DB box storage areas. You can of course put in some stuff at the bottom as well. So the foyer zone is also sizable enough for you to put in some additional tall cabinets or a sitting bench right here that serves both your tenant and yourself. Now let's have a look at the 1-bedroom layout first. Now in terms of dual keys, there are a lot of varying layouts, and not all the dual key layouts have a proper 1-bedroom on one side, because most of the layouts that we have seen nowadays are basically studio units with a combination of the sleeping zone together with the dry kitchen and the bathrooms. Of course, some dual keys have a proper 1-bedroom system whereby there's a separate living, dining and a master itself, but the default category is that the kitchen is definitely an open concept kind of kitchen. Now this 1-bedroom is really distinct because not only do you have your own bathroom right here, you also have this very good size enclosed kitchen with a proper cooking kitchen countertop with its own microwave, open flame cooker hood and hob, very good size sink, and an allocated space for your washer cum dryer. So this is a very fantastic sized 1-bedroom apartment right here. In terms of its rental performance, this is currently going at $2,600 per month. Now, so at the beginning of this video, we actually shared that you can own this 4-bedroom dual key apartment for $2,400 of cash input per month into your monthly mortgage. So how does this work? So if you were to rent out this 1-bedroom portion itself, that will give you a rental income of $2,600 cash per month. Now for example, if you're right now in your mid-30s and then you take out an initial loan of 30 years tenor, for example, at a current average of 1.5% mortgage interest rate, that will put you into this chart in terms of monthly mortgage. Assuming you are a couple that's buying this property, both of you are working professionals with CPF contribution, you put in both your ordinary account contribution monthly for your employment, and that works out to be probably about 2,700 niche. You take that, add on the rental of 2,600, the balance amount that you will need to top out in terms of cash is 2,400 per month approximately. And of course that excludes your monthly MCST fees, and the MCST fees right here per quarter is about 1,500 plus, which is really reasonable. That works out to be about $500 odd per month for 2271 square feet apartments. And if you were to continue this strategy, that means that for $2,400 per month in terms of cash, you can own this part investment and part stay apartment. This is also the part that we propose to insert in your divider. So if you were to rent this portion out, the divider will give you the separation of privacy. This portion of the 3-bedroom right here is fantastic in size. It is a legit, very proper size 3-bedroom. The rooms are fantastically great in size. This view is also fantastic because you get this greenery view. Now this is towards Alexandra Road facing, so you're not facing towards the expressway. You have views of the water fountain with mini pools right here. Now this property has been so well furnished, and we love the way that it's being designed. You can have this circular shaped dining space right here together with living room space. The width of the living room is also great. In terms of size, the fact that you notice that there are huge chests of drawers and cabinets right alongside each wall, and that will give you a very huge hint that you still have a lot of walking room to go. So I'm going to bring you to the bedrooms first, and this 2271 square feet has a lot of storage that has already been pre-planned. Right alongside this walkway, most of the time bedroom walkways are underutilized, but because of the layout, this walkway gives you these two huge compartments for your storage needs, and these are very deep storage. So this can replace any utility room because you can fit in like huge racks inside these storage spaces here, and you still have an additional utility room right at your yard space. So in the event if you have a live-in helper, you can use that as a proper live-in helper's room. You don't have to worry about your storage because this is like your additional 2 storage space that you can have. This leads to your 2 common bedrooms, and the common bath is located right here. So as you can see, condition is so well maintained over this past couple of years. So this is the first common bedroom. This is the larger version of the common bedroom size, and right now it's being used as a home office, as a study room with chests of drawers and bookshelves on my right hand side. This is a queen pull-out bed, and you have by default the 3-panel wardrobe system right behind me. Room size is fantastic. I've noticed that for Interlace, most of the bedroom sizes allows you to put up to a king bed, or you can even put in 2 super single for your kids, plug in a huge bunk bed as well. As we walk in further, that will lead us to the common balcony. This balcony size is fantastic as well. You can sit here, enjoy your Interlace hexagonal Lego shape kind of structure. The owners has also installed this German brand awning system which has a 10 years warranty. You can just control at the side switch if it's a rainy day. If not, you can open up to enjoy the clear blue sky. Second common bedroom, you also have a 3-panel wardrobe system here. Great in size. Right now it's a single bed. You can fit in a queen or even a king bed. Very nicely maintained in terms of the flooring, timber strips as well. Living room and dining space are largely done with huge homogeneous tile slabs, and the master room is something that you really will love to have because this room is so huge. It's a huge rectangle that you can even have 2 separate portions. This portion is like a dual-sided wardrobe system. So on the right hand side, you have 6 panels of L-shaped wardrobe space that's fronting towards your ensuite. And this side, you have another 4 panels with top and bottom cabinets for your storage needs. You can put in your documents, you can put in your own personal belongings here. So you have in totality a 10-panel storage space right in your bedroom. Now, bedroom en-suites comes with long bath. You also have your standing shower right here, and a very sizable area here with very good fittings, mainly made out of Brava kind of fittings for the WC as well as the sink. And this wardrobe system has been custom made by the seller, so you really stand to benefit from this when you buy over the apartment. Right now, king bed. Master room has its own little balcony space as well. So you can also sit here and relax, look towards the jogging track. That's the 1 kilometer jogging track that surrounds the perimeter of Interlace. Similarly, awning right here with the German system that has been installed. Now, just to give you a feel how it feels like when you rent out the other unit. So you'll close this door. This will be your main door, and of course with the divider at the balcony, this just feels like your own unit. In any sense, at any part of your stay that you have decided that, hey, I think I'm pretty certain that I'm not going to rent out the 1 bedroom anymore, and you want a gigantic space, then all you need to do is just remove this wall, and then you can have the gigantic 2271 square feet 4-bed 3-bath with a yard toilet all by yourself. But the future flexibility is that I think you should one-shot make it a 5-bedroom apartment, because technically you don't need 2 kitchens if you were to combine it. You can use that kitchen, make it into a proper 1-bedroom with its own single or super single bed. That is a fantastic size for a 1-bedroom. You combine these 2 halls together, you have a gigantic living and dining space. So in totality, you're going to have 5 bedrooms right here at this entire layout. So there's so much flexibility that you can use for this apartment. Alright, the last part of the house will be the kitchen, and this is a squarish kitchen. You have a nice L-shaped portion here, very sizable in space. Oven, cooker, hood and hob, all Bosch system. You have a lot of tabletop space as well with its own quartz top, dual sink, full-fledged top and bottom cabinetry system. Fridge size, oh my goodness, you have such a huge fridge space all the way, like this whole thing is like for your fridge. The yard is fantastic. Its own bifold door here. I love the ventilation that you get from this huge window at the yard space. And the owners have designed this space to be your ironing zone. Oh my goodness. Fantastic space for ironing. I mean, your iron is here. You can just iron. And then look at the view. It's awesome. You have an additional sink here to maybe like you want to wash some of your clothes that are not suitable for the washer cum dryer. Washer cum dryer space is well allocated. A lot of space here for additional tools and stuff. This is the space that we're talking about. This is actually a utility room, but as mentioned, you already have 2 huge storage space along the walkway. you don't really need this to be your utility storage space. You can use this as a space for a living helper. As you can see, nicely fitted in with a single bed with additional storage portion right there by the window space. So this is a yard toilet. It has shower facilities as well, so you can use this as a fourth toilet. We have to bring you through the facility, so let's have a look. The Interlace has green spaces that cover 112% of the development site area. So as a result, there is more greenery on the site than before the project was built. There are 8 outdoor courtyards, super usable for communal and personal activities. You have things like the Spa Valley, the Bamboo Garden, the Lotus Pond courtyards. Spa Valley also has its own lagoon, jacuzzi and waterfall grotto. Active zones are close to the gym, which is fantastically huge, billiard room, karaoke room, 50 meters lap pool, 3 tennis court, 1 multi-purpose court which doubles up as a basketball court. Kids can play at the Play Hills courtyard, ground swells, and of course, there is also a pet zone for your pets. Running track, as mentioned, 1 kilometers. Not only is it a running track, it also doubles up as a fire access to 23 leaf core, so dual flexibility for emergency as well. If you want to shop and dine, there are 8 retail outlets, mini mart, bakery, coffee house, and a nail spa. You also have free shuttle to Harbourfront. And of course, if the nature is not enough within Interlace, just cross over to Hot Park and you can just enjoy greenery throughout the entire weekend. Last but not least, shopping malls will be IKEA at Alexandra, Anchor Point, Queensway Shopping Centre. And of course, the largest will be Vivo City, which is about 2 MRT stops away. And of course, last but not least will be the comparison of the prices around Interlace. So there are no direct near competition around Interlace itself, but within the entire region, if you were to take out some of the projects in terms of the older resale, as well as some of the new launches that has already been sold. The new launches right here are already doing at about $1,800 to $1,900 per square foot if you're talking like Sterling or Queen's Peak. There are also resales surrounding us, which is at a similar price quantum, but if I were to look at the dual key 4-bedroom units, there are really a shortage of supply right here in the entire District 5. In Interlace itself, there are also, I think it's one of the few dual keys right now that are for sale. So in terms of opportunity wise, do grab onto this opportunity to get hold of a dual key if this is really your cup of tea. So if you want to have a look at this unit, do give a call to our listings manager. The link is right down below. And we hope that this home tour interests you and probably you have learned a thing or two together with us. Once again, my name is Melvin, PropertyLimBrothers. Always happy to show the place. Living and dining space and your bathroom. Okay, 4号 tenants pool.